日で見るいつもの新聞いつものテレビどこ行ってもすぐそこに心ハムスルーでどこ行ってもすぐそこに笑顔溢れてくいつだって Yeah 途方に暮れて迷っても君を待つ家の光いつだってラララララ
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the GameNight Podcast, Countdown to IRL Podcasts. There's 2 more podcasts after this one that will be digital, and then you guys are getting a whole shit ton of IRL podcasts. As always, my name is Tyler. You may know me as Geekish, and I am joined today by my lovely co-hosts. We have JP3Pete,
What I do,
Jordan,
baby?
my guy, and also the adhesive ejaculate, Tanner himself is with us today as well.
What's up?
So we're recording a little bit earlier in the day today than we usually do. Just because, we have to get an episode out. A little look behind the scenes. This episode has to come out tomorrow. So, you can tell that we're super professional. We're really good at this. But no, like I said in the beginning, we only have a couple more episodes left before I get to see you guys in person, IRL. For the first time in a long time, specifically, I've never met Tanner in real life before. I have met Jordan before, but it has been a hot minute. It was actually last summer.
Yeah, last summer around this time, I think.
Yeah.
And I also have never met Tanner in real life either. So.
Well, you see, no one's ever met me in real life because I'm only a construct of your imagination.
Astro has.
No, he hasn't. Again, that's another construct of your imagination. Have you ever met Astro? Exactly.
That's fair.
What if it was all a dream?
Astro plenty of times, though. It could be all a dream. I guess we'll see in a couple weeks.
Jordan's gonna be expecting to pick me up to take me to the airport, just like nobody shows up.
Just bags show up.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it. It's Danny Phantom at it again.
A fucking another one.
You get trolled by a ghost.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the first time I've been ghosted.
Literally.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. So, yeah, along with the podcast, we also plan on bringing a slew of other content along with it, so you guys will have plenty more to look forward to. So we're all real excited about that. What are you guys looking forward to most about the trip, besides obviously seeing each other? Like, what are you looking forward to doing in Seattle?
Receiving weird looks for vlogging in public. I think that's gonna be fun. I'll do a weird look counter in the bottom right corner of the vlogs. See how many people look at us for holding cameras in public.
Anytime somebody looks at us weird, I'm just gonna pump fake them.
Just imaginary, just cross over, just break their ankles real quick.
Yeah, just cross them up real quick. Oh, what the fuck is up, Kyle?
God,
But remember, we gotta be social distancing, so we gotta do that from like a few feet away.
Yeah, I can cross someone up from 6 feet.
Oh yeah, I'm crossing them up and going straight to the basket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm 6 feet. That's easy.
I'd say the thing I'm looking forward to most is probably just like exploring Seattle itself, because I've never been to Seattle.
Same here.
So I know there's a lot of different stuff to do in the area. So I've done a lot of traveling this year, and it's kind of been one of my favorite things is just seeing how much is out there. It's like I've lived in the Midwest my whole entire life, in Southern Illinois specifically, so there's not a whole lot going on around here. Like, I'm close to St. Louis,
Midwest.
and that's about all we got, but it's just like getting out and seeing all this other stuff that's going on. Kind of blows your mind a little bit just to see how much is out there.
And it's nice where we're staying because we're literally like just a hop, skip, and a valley, like away from everything. Like, the Space Needle's right there. Downtown is right there. Like, everything is well within walking distance, not to mention birds and rented bikes and stuff like that are a thing.
Now, this trip's going to be a big thing for me, just simply because, like, I haven't really gotten too far out of my own area. Like, I've only ever been to
Is this your first trip, like...
to a big city?
Well, no, not, like, to a big city, but, like, your first, like, trip by yourself, in a sense, not, like...
Yes.
Not, yeah, it was like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, this is the first time I've, like, not been accompanied by family
friends.
and gone somewhere. So, like, this is kind of, like, a big thing for me. A
milestone moment,
yeah,
if you will.
Because, you know, I come from a really shitty area. I've talked about that before on the podcast. Just some shithole on the East Coast.
Yeah, also, I mean, you're pretty young. I hadn't traveled too much by the time I was your age.
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah,
but it's just, that's going to be... a different thing for me. I've only ever been to like one like major city, and it was when I went to New York in the 5th grade.
This is the second time you're going to be on a plane, right?
I mean, I guess technically third if you don't count the flight back. But
Second.
My second plane trip, yeah. So, which I mean, like the first time I flew, I just thought it was really cool. Like it didn't bug me. Like before I flew, I was like worried about it, and the second the plane took off, I was like, "Yo, this is dope."
I actually really like flying.
I do too.
To be honest. I don't, like, I've never been someone who's been, like, had, like, pre-flight jitters or anything like that. But I remember the first time I was on a plane, I was really young.
Yeah.
Like, so I think I just kind of got accustomed to it kind of early, and at this point in my life, it's just kind of like, it doesn't really bother me. Doesn't really bother me too much.
Yeah, see, now I'm one of those people, it's like, okay, yeah, like, I got to the airport earlier, I was responsible. Now I'm going to be responsible and drink until my plane boards.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely the person who eats edibles before I get on the plane. 125%.
I'm definitely the person that's going to be so excited to meet you guys that I'm not going to be able to sleep on the entire trip. Like, the entire fucking way there, I'm not going to be able to fall asleep in the car. I'm not going to be able to fall asleep on the flight. So I'm going to have to be fucking loading up podcast episodes and shit on my phone to listen to.
Well, luckily I know a good one that comes out the day we leave.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's crazy because you're responsible for when it goes up.
What?
So you're going to have to schedule that shit. We have to really be on top of recording that week.
Yeah, we do.
We have to, like... Actually, I think another look behind the scenes, next week we should just record both episodes.
Yeah, we should.
And then... And we can just have, like... We can try to have, like, a Seattle pre-show where we get everybody who's going to be on the trip in on a podcast. And we just, like... It'll be a little taste of what's to come, if possible, obviously.
I feel like that one might be a hard sell.
Yeah,
life is hard for everybody right now. Everybody's got work. We're in different time zones.
I had already took a lot of convincing to get everybody to go on this trip. Trust me, I know. But we'll see. We'll see what's to come.
That's it. It's not really hard to convince me to do just about anything. I'm one of those people that just straight up down.
Yeah, no. I think you, me, I think you and I are the only ones who haven't had, like, a second thought about this trip at any point during the process.
Yeah. That's like whenever I flew to Colorado in March, literally my friend texted me that morning while I was at the gym at like 8 a.m. She was like, "Hey, do you want to fly to Colorado today?" And I was like, "Yeah, let me know when we're leaving and how much it's going to cost." And then she texted me back like an hour later and she's like, "We're going to fly out at like 5 p.m. and it's like $70 round trip." And I was like, "All right, deal."
Bet.
Bet.
But there's a couple of things in Seattle I'm really excited for. Obviously, it's a content well. We're going to come out of there with so many videos, and it's going to be great. Other than that, though, we're really close to a Black Rock beach, which is one of my favorite types of beaches.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just, instead of sand, it's little tiny black rocks.
Oh.
They're little smooth black rocks.
Well, that's good, because I don't like sand, because it's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere. Not like you.
But I'm really excited to, in the morning, wake up and just, like, run run across that every morning. That's gonna be super, super nice. It's gonna be real good for the mental.
Absolutely.
For everyone at home, please take care of your mental.
Please, especially right now.
Yeah. Your brain's going through a hard time.
And, of course, there's going to be those in the comments who are upset that we're taking a trip right now. And I understand completely. We're going to do our best to, adhere to social distancing and the rules that are in place right now. But at the same time, you do have to understand that life can't be on pause forever, and as long as you're taking the responsible steps, and when we get back, we're going to be responsible. We're going to quarantine for as long as we're able to. We're going to make sure that we're healthy before returning to the general public. It will be a-okay. Don't worry. We're thinking ahead. We're being responsible.
And to our credit, when we were planning this trip, it was right as
Months
cases
ago.
were starting to die down. It was kind of a bunch of places were starting to open back up and things were looking good, and we were like, hey guys, flights are real cheap, and that's when we kind of started planning before things got worse. So it's the money's already spent, hotels are already booked.
And so it's we are going to be safe and responsible, but we are going to enjoy ourselves, and we ask for the respect in the comments below.
Absolutely. 6 feet apart, no kisses on the mouth. Well.
Well,
nah, but we'll stay safe. We'll wear masks when we're out, shit like that. Yeah.
exactly. Speaking of the virus, Jordan had a little bit of a scare recently. Do you wanna talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So what had happened is I went on a float trip this past weekend with some buddies, and one of the guys in our group got notified Saturday night late that he tested positive for COVID-19. So he didn't tell us until the following morning when we were about to leave, and he actually didn't even tell us directly. He told one of our friends, and their friend came and told us. So then we're like, okay, we all got to go get tested, and people are like, well, we don't want to miss work. And I'm like, well, it's as long as it's negative, we should be able to go back to work. So I thought. Anyways, I went and got tested, had to notify work, I had to notify my unit in the guard, different stuff, just so they can keep all these tabs on me. And my test did come back negative, but I am out of work for 2 weeks, just because that's what the health department recommended. So, gonna miss out on a little bit of money, just because of somebody being a little irresponsible.
Yeah, it was definitely a worrisome time in the group chat. But again, you weren't really showing any symptoms or anything like that, so we were pretty confident that you were a-okay.
Yeah, no,
Plus,
I feel completely fine.
you're a pretty healthy dude usually. You take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You,
I think if
you don't
anything,
get built like that by being shitty to your body.
right. I mean, if anything, I was just extremely hungover from being on the water all weekend. If you can't tell, I've got a scratch on my nose, and I got bruises all up and down my chest and my stomach and my legs.
Rough weekend.
Heavily beat up.
Yeah, but it's all good now. We got it's nice to have a definite answer, And so if you think you got symptoms, or if you've been around someone, just get that test, get that definite, Get that definite. You're gonna have to miss 2 weeks anyways, so just know. But that's enough of the heavy topics.
Yeah.
We can move on to what this show's supposed to be about. Funny things. And I think the funniest thing in the world is that Gabbie Hanna thinks that there might be assassins after her.
Look, when you got all that YouTube clout, people preying on your downfall, you don't know who they're going to send after you. The CIA, the Mossad, MI6, fuck all of them outside of Gabbie Hanna's apartment right now with sniper rifles. Just ready.
Out there right now. I just want to pull up. Let me see if I can. Oh, the tweet's been deleted.
Ah. It's because something happened to her, bro. Somebody check on Gabbie Hanna right now.
So, for those of you who don't know, basically she tweeted something along the lines of, if I die, it wasn't an accident. They sent someone after me. And if you don't know who Gabbie Hanna is, she was a side character in the David Dobrik vlogs, and she made that monster song. And that's about all I know her for, besides, like, the drama she's been in. I think she feuded with Trisha Paytas recently.
Okay,
that was a thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, that's like a rite of passage with anybody over 1 million subs. So, like, that's not super shocking. I look forward to the day where GameNight can feud with Trisha Paytas. And she says we all have small dicks.
I know that is incorrect.
Hey, so, like, real shit, just on a side topic, Trisha Paytas, would you?
For the clout, yes.
If no one knew about it.
If no one knew about it, probably not.
Jordan?
I mean, fuck, I'm down. You know, it is what it is.
Fuck, I'm down.
I've probably done worse.
That's fair.
I'd
just be worried I'd get put on OnlyFans without my consent. You know, it'd be like some hidden camera type shit.
Well, then, I think then revenge porn laws could kick in, and you could at least get a good suit out of it. Now that would be some drama.
Cool. That'd be some good clout.
But Gabbie Hanna also did that one TikTok where she wrote like all the mean names that people had said to her on her face.
And of course, I can't forget how she got famous. The Vine.
Oh God! Wait, what Vines? What? I know she was a Vine star, but was there any that were notable?
Yeah, the Vine that blew her up was she oh God, okay, let me see if I can phrase this right. Basically, she was running through a neighborhood, and she's like, I love running through black neighborhoods, and she's running when her boobs are bouncing, and she's like, yes, I'm gonna steal all of your baby daddies.
I mean, there's some truth to it.
And that's the Vine that, like, that's the Vine that blew her up, that made Gabbie Hanna a star, if you will.
Sorry, everyone. Jordan's house is currently being raided.
Jordan's being swatted because he is El Chapo.
Right behind that sheet behind him, 16 FBI agents waiting for this recording to finish.
18 naked FBI agents. Guns loaded. Ram Ranch.
But, yeah, I don't know if Gabbie Hanna was joking. Like, if you're gonna make a tweet with such an outlandish claim, where that you think that if something happens to you, that it has to have been like an assassination, like if you're making that kind of warning, it only comes out of like a joke, a desperate attempt to get clout, or like legitimate mental issues. And I don't know if it's one of these things, two of these things, or all three.
They're all three. I think, yeah, I don't know. Because she tweeted it like right after that podcast came out where she was like freaking out about being bullied and all that. And so, I don't know. I think she's just fucking...
Does she think that the cyberbullies have a private military?
Well, okay, so she's like taken on this whole thing of her brand is now she's the bullied person that's empowered. Yeah. But I think the thing is that nobody really cares about Gabbie Hanna anymore. And so if you're not getting bullied, you're not relevant. So I almost feel like she's doing crazy, cringeworthy shit so people will bully her so she can continue her brand of the bullied person who's empowered. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably completely accurate.
Because if she's not getting bullied, then who is she? Like, she's just an irrelevant, washed-up YouTuber who can't sing.
And it comes to a certain point where it's just like, okay, you say that you're like, you're getting bullied and people are preying on your downfall, like you don't have like 1 million subs.
I think she has like 2 million.
Like, That's what I'm saying. Who is really oppressing her if she's got like that many
how are you
subs?
saying you're being blacklisted when you have 2 million subs? Is it possible your content just isn't good? Is that possible? She has 6 million subs.
6 million subs.
She has 6 million subscribers. I don't feel like if you have over 5 million subscribers, I don't feel you're allowed to complain about your subscriber count.
And another thing is, like, of course when you hit 6 million subs, there's going to be people that criticize you. There's going to be people that bully you on the internet. Look at literally any popular YouTube and the scrutiny that they face. Just go to their comments and it's always just negative shit talking about how much they suck. Like, it's...
Well, it's like, you look at somebody, you want to talk about blacklisting on YouTube. You look at someone like All Gas No Breaks, who is arguably making some of the best content on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
And he is under 1 million subs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to talk about being blacklisted, Gabbie. That's what being blacklisted is. Like, you're making subpar content that no one cares about, and that's why you're not gaining subscribers.
And with the fact that she has 6 million subs intertwined into this, I'm thinking that maybe it's all like a greed thing and wanting more subs. Because, like, I'm sure that before she was like before she changed her brand to like the whole previously bullied person that like reclaimed power, right? Like before that was kind of like her thing. I'd imagine that she just kind of did like Lily Singh style videos, just kind of like talking about stuff, generic, like family friendly, non-offensive content like that.
I think it's like anything from like makeup stuff to like story times.
Yeah. So like Lily Singh content.
Yeah, it was like the basic plethora you'd expect.
Yeah, I can say I definitely don't think I've watched like any of her YouTube videos, to be honest. Like I always just like maybe saw her David Dobrik vlogs, or maybe pops up on TikTok on my For You page or something like that. But I've never been like, oh hey, like new videos up.
Let's go look. No,
I don't know if anyone is like that. Even with 6 million subs, I still don't know if there's anyone that's just foaming at the mouth for more Gabbie Hanna.
I think at one point there probably was.
But then they got too old?
Well, yeah, I think content changes, what people want to see change, and when you essentially upload the same video over and over and over again and don't add anything new to it, like, she's not an incredible makeup artist, like, there's people that are genuinely much, much more talented that can teach better than she can.
She's not James Charles.
Yeah, it was like, well, I mean, like, even James Charles isn't really, like... I don't know that much about makeup.
Me neither.
I understand, like, James Charles isn't even like that hot shit. Like, there's people out there that are like just way fucking better. But it's about looks, it's about time, it's about the equipment you can afford. There's a lot that goes into YouTube, but more than just like, is your content good? Are you funny?
Yeah.
Because it's like that'll get you a base level, definitely. But then there's other factors that go into it. Because at the end of the day, it is an entertainment business, and there's just like, entertainment business will never be a completely fair playing field, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I think in the last
like
20 years or so, it's gotten
like
better.
Trying to do just something they enjoy, like regardless of whether it like fits the algorithm or not, or what you became popular for. Yeah, because I mean, like, everybody wants to do that, but I mean, to like a business standpoint, it's like, hey, like, I can do this. This isn't going to make me that much money, but it's what I like doing, so I'm going to do it. Versus, well, in order for me to continue living as a full-time content creator, I got to continue to do the same type of content.
Yeah, I think there's been some awareness in content creators as well, to where, a lot of them are being better with their money. They're diversifying their income. They're understanding that it's like, no one can do YouTube forever. It is 100%. Every creator will have that day where they upload their last video, and so it's like, I think people are learning now that we're seeing YouTubers be smarter with their money. That it's like, this is a good means to income and a good means to a lot of good connections, but it's probably not something to think that it's like
a career.
Well, not even like. You can have it as a career, but you need to take that short period of time where you're going to have that as a career, use that influx of money, and use it responsibly.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like, I know it sounds weird to say it's easy to get 1 million subs, but it's like, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, if you really want to, you could make some really shit content that's really click-worthy to get to 1 million subs, make a bunch of money, diversify, invest in a bunch of passive income, and then just kick off.
Like, just look at how many
wanna use
YouTube channels
for
just
money.
steal things to get 1 million subs. Like, how many
Yeah, it
Twitch
was
channels,
like-
how many YouTube channels where it's just like Twitch clips and
Exactly.
like Fortnite streamers reacting to skins and shit like that.
Exactly.
Just
you
if
cop a couple brand deals for 5, 6, 7K here and there,
Mhm.
you stock that up, you make your money, you dip out. That's if you want to use YouTube to make money, that's how you do it. There you go. I just broke there you go. That's the secret. But if you want to make content that you enjoy, it's going to be a slow build. You can look at it kind of like hip hop. Like, the people that blow up really quick, really fast, usually fade out also really quick and really fast.
yeah,
But the people that have a slow career build are the ones that usually, have that 20, 30-year career.
yeah,
Like, and I think that's why it's like, you see people like, let me think, like Lil Xan. Lil Xan was really popular for a long period.
6 months.
For a short period of time. I'd give him a year.
okay,
I think for a year, like, he was really popping, and now it's like, he still has his fan base and he can make money with music, but like, I feel like he used the vast majority of his fame and money on stupid shit, and now he's going to have to push out like music for a decent paycheck on every release, but nothing crazy. He could have set himself up to be a millionaire for life. Instead, he's going to be like bringing in 10,000, 20,000 a project.
that kind of reminds me of like what my thoughts kind of are on the whole Gabbie Hanna thing of like her being at 6 million subs and then like changing to like her platform and just like trying so many different things. Like, first she was a Vine star and then she went to YouTube, and then with that Monster song she tried to be a musician. And it's just, I feel like the reason why a lot of people maybe like Gabbie Hanna start trying to get into YouTube and like blow up is that it's never about the numbers. Their subscriber count never matters to them. It is how much their name means to other people. There are people with 6 million or less subs that are more recognizable and more widely, watched than Gabbie Hanna. Even though she has the numbers, her name kind of holds no weight because there's no one really talking about her. You know what I mean? I feel like that's ultimately what a lot of people that go into YouTube want, is sort of like where their name, kind of makes people think like, oh yeah, that person. Like when they have a recognizable name like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of what her thing is that she's just trying to hit that status. The numbers don't matter. Because ultimately, the YouTube algorithm can push whatever super safe content they want onto the masses, and, you can rake up your numbers that way. But if nobody really likes it, then...
That's the thing is, I think that's like a symptom of these longtime YouTubers, is they don't understand that the fizzle out. Like, she has 6 million subscribers, but I'm going to use All Gas No Breaks as an example again. All Gas No Breaks does not have a video with less views. So, All Gas No Breaks' least viewed video in his, I think it's 11 videos, something like that. His least viewed one is equal to Gabbie Hanna's most viewed video, including music videos in her last 11 videos.
Damn.
But his most viewed one has like 2 million more than her most viewed in her last 11. Like, while she does have 6 million subscribers, those subscribers are from like 10 years ago.
Right.
Like,
Right.
well, more like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But
I got what you meant.
yeah. And so it's like, they're not real numbers, and I think that gives her some kind of weird complex to where she thinks that she's still like this hot shit, but it's like, no one's craving for a Gabbie Hanna collab, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one's like, she couldn't like put out a contest and be like, oh, win a video collab with me and it'd break the internet. Like, she's not popping like that anymore.
Absolutely not.
And I mean, like, it's something like, what are you doing for your fans? Like, why should more people support you?
Well, because she's in danger. She needs your support right now because
That's what I'm
assassins are
saying.
coming to get her.
That's what I think.
That's
That's what I
the
think
cycle.
The play is. That's what I think the play is. Is that's going to be her. That's her. She's trying to set a conspiracy around herself, almost, if you will. Oh, and I mean, like, whatever. I just think it's been done before. I think people are going to see through it. I don't think it's going to work. There's too many people on the internet. Because, like, as much as people like to hate on commentary channels, the idea of a commentary channel is monitoring the quality of content. And so it's like, the only reason to hate commentary channels is if you're scared of somebody monitoring the quality of your content.
Right.
Well, it's like commentary channels are kind of like the last bastion of free speech on YouTube. Like, it is the simplest form of just critique. It's usually just a person with some fucking surf gameplay in the background or their webcam on, fucking just saying their opinion about somebody else's content or something that's happening on the internet. You know, it is the simplest form of just individual critique. So it's like that often comes off as more interesting than boring, safe makeup or storytime content, just because like you're hearing people's opinions about things. It is creating some sort of a conversation. You know, even if you don't agree with their opinion, it's still like, okay, well, it's nice to see their perspective on this person. You know.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I think it's just you see these people that get mad when their content gets called bad, and it's just like, you shouldn't get mad about it. You should look at those points and be like, are those valid points? And if they are, change. If they're not, tell people why they're not. Like, you should be able to defend your content if you think it's genuinely good.
Yeah.
But if you just go and try to attack the person's credibility, that tells me that you probably don't think your content's very good.
And it's like, another thing about it is that if you are relevant enough to be hated, at least you're relevant.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that may sound like, I don't know, like mean or whatever, but I'm just speaking honestly. If you have garnered enough attention to have people feel so strongly about you that they want to say that your content is bad and that is deserving of their time and their platform, then you're living rent-free in someone's head. In some way, your content stuck with them and you left a lasting impact on the world.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you don't necessarily have to become a fucking quadrillionaire off of YouTube to have any sort of, like, influence or an audience or anything like that. It's just, people just have to recognize your name and just, you know, be thinking about you. Very few people actually watch H3H3 anymore, but people are still talking about him.
Right.
I mean, he still pulls pretty good views, I'll be honest.
He pulls good views, but it's like, it's not like it was before. He's not going to drop another Vape Nation and fly away like the original one did.
He's never going to hit 10 million again, or probably ever 5 million again for that.
Yeah.
For that matter.
Unless he gets into another really bad drama like he did with King.
Even then, probably not. I think worst, like, I don't know, I almost feel like it's time for the generation of YouTubers like that to just retire, you know? Like, I know that sounds like almost mean, but it's just like, I feel like the platform's just evolved past the need for that generation of YouTubers, and we're slowly just finding out that they were all shitty people anyways.
Like what generation you mean?
Like the Shane Dawson generation.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I thought you were meaning, like, H3. Like,
also H3.
Well, I think H3 specifically should, just because, like, he doesn't give a fuck about his content anymore. But, like, I wouldn't lump him in with that generation.
Like, fuck Philly D. We can get rid of him. Keemstar we can get rid of. Ricegum we can get rid of. I mean, I guess the only people from that generation that I'd really, really want to save would be, like, I guess the Sidemen came from that generation. So, them. But American YouTubers from that generation, fucking bin 'em.
Fucking bin 'em.
I prefer the Vine invasion over them.
Some of them deserve to be in fucking jail. Onision, I'd say, is from that generation, and that dude still hasn't been locked up.
Yeah. That's a good point. Some of them don't just deserve to be off the platform. They deserve to be in jail.
Fuck Onision, man. That's a gigantic can of worms, how fucked up that guy is.
What do you think he's doing right now? Like, at this very moment, it is 12:41 in Washington. Hey, we're going to Washington. Should we go to Onision's house?
Oh, fuck. Well, who knows what dubious things we'll see around his property. He might have another pet turtle outside, leaving it under a plastic tote so it'll die, or be pushing kids out of windows again.
You
know.
Just walk into the property and there's thousands of plastic totes turned over. Just lining the property. You don't think I do.
But speaking of famous people that got something that is coming to him, Onision deserves to go to prison. But a bunch of verified users on Twitter got locked out of their accounts. That was fun. I feel like we've got to talk about that.
If you guys didn't see it, basically a bunch of verified Twitter accounts started tweeting out this Bitcoin scam. And Tanner, I guess you know a little bit more about the situation if you want to kind of like go through what happened and how this allegedly happened.
So what basically happened was, like you said, it was a bunch of verified Twitter accounts. We're not talking about like smaller people that were verified. No. This was like Elon Musk, Kanye West that were like tweeting
Mr.
out like, hey, send some money to this Bitcoin address and I'll double your money. The classic 2006 RuneScape doubling money scheme. Well, according to what Twitter has said, officially stated that it seems like it was a social engineering ploy where someone had gotten in close contact with some Twitter employees that had administrative access in their accounts and could reset like the passwords of people's accounts by send the reset link to a certain address. So according to Twitter, that's what happened. Was some like administrators at Twitter ended up getting their accounts hacked, passwords got reset on big name verified accounts, and that's why those tweets came out. According to a Twitter thread that I saw, someone claimed that it was a person that had gotten close. Again, this isn't confirmed, just a tweet that I saw. They had gotten like a close friendship with a Twitter employee, and after a few months of them like playing games and talking in Discord, he eventually bought just the access to his Twitter account for like $2,000. And then did the Bitcoin scam. Which, again, believe that if you want. I still don't know if I do, but I think that is a funny idea and at least something to consider because it's, like, believable enough to me, I guess.
I think it's definitely possible. I think there could be also more to it than that.
Yeah.
I think he could have been involved in it. If he thought it was really going to work, maybe he thought he was going to be set for life after this. I think he could have been coerced.
Possibly.
Maybe drugged. There's a lot of different options as to how it happened. He could have just been a weak-minded person.
What I would personally think about it is just if a guy was really willing to give it up for only $2,000, because you have to think, if he's giving up that login information, something bad happens. He's losing his job at Twitter. Which is one of the.
He already knew. Maybe he was already going to get fired.
Who knows? I'm just.
Maybe he's just like the worst Twitter employee ever. Maybe he's who banned me.
The one that suspended you.
Yeah.
For literally no reason.
For literally just having way too much fucking clout.
Yeah. But I would think that someone would not be willing to give up their livelihood as well as all of their credibility to work in like the tech industry for only $2,000. I'm thinking that it may have just been a guy that legitimately didn't know what privileges he had. And I feel like if it was the guy that was on Discord with him, it might have been a little bit of a gamble where he was like, okay, I don't know exactly how high up this guy is and what he can do. If I give him $2,000, I might lose $2,000. But if I give him $2,000 and I can do what I think he can do, then I could come out of it with so much more. So I feel like it might have been a situation where it was like a dude that just, was kind of working there, just a little bit of a drone, making sure people didn't say anything too wild on Twitter. Just your standard suspensions and resetting accounts, that kind of shit.
I heard Belle Delphine was planning something crazy, so I think she did it.
Fucking techno-terrorist Belle Delphine, 2020 wild.
Yeah, bro, I'm just saying, at this point, you could tell me anything happened, and I'd pretty much believe you.
There's nothing.
Like, I'd go and check, but...
There's nothing that's off the table at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, literally anything could happen. You could tell me that fucking they resurrected a dinosaur, and I'd be like, yeah, probably.
I could turn on the news tomorrow and they could show Dr. Manhattan floating over fucking New York City, and I'd be like, yep, just fucking, just another Friday.
Sounds about right.
Typical Tuesday.
About right.
Yeah, fucking living in 2020 be like this year has been so crazy. I'm really hoping that my theory about time being like kind of like cyclical and like we're just kind of in like the 1970s, everything is fucking wild era right now, and in a couple of years it'll be the chill, really fun 1980s.
Bro, the 80s weren't fun.
What?
The 80s weren't fun.
They were more fun than the 70s.
Bro, I don't know about all that. 70s seem pretty fucking lit.
Okay, but in the 80s you could basically do cocaine in any public restroom, and there'd be somebody that's like, here, bro, let's share.
That's literally now.
I mean, depends, but
just go to a large city. Yeah, I was like, you're just not going to the right bathrooms, bro.
But in the 70s, there was also the Vietnam War, and everything was super political and divisive in the same way that people try to make everything now. I'm thinking that in a couple of years from now, we're going to kind of further the cycle a little bit, and we'll be in like a more calm era.
You, bro, but acid is way cooler than coke. I can say that with confidence, allegedly.
I am a proud child of the Lord. I am one of Jesus Christ's noble warriors.
That's what our Valorant team name will be. Jesus Christ, holy warriors.
You can't see my webcam, but I'm wearing a full suit of like knight armor from like the Religious Crusades, and I have like the giant cross emblem on the front of my armor.
You're just lying now. You're lying.
Fucking, I don't have my webcam on. How can you confirm or deny any of this?
Because I'd hear clinking right now, you dumb idiot.
I've been sitting completely still.
No, you're
it's
not.
Part of his training, he has to sit completely still.
I would have heard it clinking when you were setting up your recording.
Had my mic muted.
Lots of WD-40.
No, you didn't. You were talking. He's lying. He's lying. Cancel him. Cancel him. Do it.
Anyway, 2020 has been really crazy. I'm thinking that in a couple of years, things are probably going to calm down a little bit. Think by 2022, 2023, things are probably going to be a little bit more mellowed out.
Yeah, because everybody's going to be dead.
What?
Yeah, because everybody's going to be dead.
Okay, but I think, I don't think that the summer of 2016 is going to be the last good summer that the human race will ever experience.
I'm telling you, it all started when they shot Harambe.
It did.
Nothing's been the
bro.
same since.
I'm just saying, after I got my heart broke, the world was never the same. Am I the main character?
Yes.
Maybe.
It might just be an NPC. Who knows?
Who knows? Time will tell. When that meteor comes to hit Earth, we'll see if I jump up there and stop it. Sometimes it feels like I'm just the villain,
The villain in my own story.
Sometimes I just be robbing banks and kidnapping people.
It's one of my favorite pastimes.
Listen, when the camera's off, you
It's
guys don't know
hard.
how Geek makes his money. He's actually a GTA protagonist.
I am.
GTA 6 is
I'm-
currently being written, and it's about him.
The technology they got on this one is wild. They can just make me commit crimes to motion track it. It's really fucking with my
It's
head,
like someone's got a
guys.
voodoo doll
And you
behind
don't.
the scenes, and they're just like, all right, we're going to go into this bank.
Basically,
They've got a Lego playset of a bank and then a voodoo doll of Geek, and he's just got like a little cloth gun in his hand. He's like, give
and
me all
it's
the money.
crazy. Guns will just like appear and rotate through my hand. It's fucking wild. Like, I'll go from having a fucking pistol, to a sniper rifle, to a shotgun, to an AR, to an Uzi, to a grenade, to a sticky bomb, to a flare gun, to a hatchet, to a flare gun, to a hatchet, to a flare gun, to a hatchet. It's wild.
One time a granola bar just shot in there, and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'll just have to, like, stand up and go up, down, left, right, punch. Steal car, get out of car, punch, down, left, right, aim, unaim. And then I just have a bunch of money. But then I immediately go to a strip club and spend all of it.
But yeah, that's what Geek's doing whenever he's not streaming or recording these podcast episodes. It's essentially that cycle, and then he just comes back to his apartment to heal up, and he's like, yeah, fuck, I'll stream some
I
Valorant.
cry. I cry for a good 25 minutes and then I stream Valorant.
Cry for 25 minutes, stream Valorant, cry for 25 minutes again.
Cry for 25 minutes, go to sleep. Yeah. It's a rough life, but someone's gotta live it.
But someone's
You know.
gotta live it.
Someone has to live it. If you could be the protagonist in any video game, what would it be?
So, like, would I be that person, or would we just be, like,
Yeah.
flipped?
It's flipped, but the story is the same.
Okay.
You know, so anything that happens to them would happen to you.
Damn, that's tough.
I'd probably go something like really chill, like Pokemon. I probably wouldn't pick anything like super intense. To be honest.
I don't know. Real life is boring. Pokemon's too, like, Pokemon is just real life, but there's also, like, magic creatures. Like, you still gotta pay your taxes and shit. I want something that is so detached from reality.
Yeah, but it's just like, I feel like it's just, Pokemon is like real life, but everything's just like, it works perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Like, in every Pokemon game I've ever played, I've become filthy fucking rich. So I can't imagine taxes are going to be too much of an issue or anything like that.
There are no
And
taxes.
so, yeah, I was like, I've never had to pay taxes in Pokemon either. So, you know.
Next Pokemon game.
You're also a kid in the games.
You gotta file taxes.
Okay,
at the end of-
whatever.
After so many hours played, you gotta file taxes.
I was like, okay, so as I grow up, I'll have to pay Poke taxes, and that's fine. I'll be the champion. I'll be making fucking bank, bro.
Wait, mate, you got a license for that, Charizard?
I do. I'm the champion. Also, why are they Australian?
I don't know.
It's Chaz. Just thought it'd be funny. Don't fucking roast me like this. Come on, man.
Bro, I'm just saying, what game would you be in? Fucking Fallout? You die.
Well, yeah, fucking Fallout. Like that's still like pretty close to reality.
But that's what I'm saying, is this becomes reality. So if you get murked, you don't respawn. You're still dead.
Yeah.
Like, you still die. So it's like you're going to come out of the vault, get attacked by some fucking rats, and just be dead.
Okay, I could definitely beat some of those fucking Fallout rats. Okay, if I can
Okay,
beat
but
those shits
first death
unarmed
count,
in one of those games, I can at least beat them with a fucking like pipe or something. I like just IRL me.
I don't know. How about you, Jordan?
I don't know. I feel like I would go something with like a little bit of a challenge, but it's also kind of like not as intense.
Stardew Valley.
Like fucking, I don't know, maybe like a Mario game or something.
Super Mario 64,
Mario would be
backwards
cool.
long jump IRL.
Yeah.
I guess the only issue would be, again, like, if you die, you're just
Right.
dead.
I don't know. Digimon.
So
would
you
be
gotta-
kinda cool.
That'd be like Cyber Sleuth. I'd fuck with that. I'd like to be a detective. There's no physical harm that comes in that game, which is solid. Because, like, part of me, I'd love to say, like, Monster Hunter, but I would just get murdered.
That's why you train and you get stronger.
Quickly. Yeah, okay, but, like, I'm not capable of doing a 0 deaths Monster Hunter run, so I don't know about all that, Chief.
Listen, when you're playing a game, you don't have the adrenaline rush of actually being in those situations, so you don't do as good as you would realistically. Trust me.
I would pick the Codename Kids Next Door video game for the PlayStation 2.
It's just real life, but like kids, but kids hate adults more than they actually do, and also have like a small military.
Broccoli. It's bigger than a small military. They have space travel.
Oh fuck, you're right. I forgot.
They have space travel. I feel like this is like their army is more complex than any army on the rest of the planet. Mostly because they have an army in space. America just got that now. The American military was so far behind the Codename Kids Next Door military.
If I say Grand Theft Auto, could it just be like, could I still use cheat codes?
Can I just be one of the hookers?
In
Grand Theft Auto. I don't want to be the protagonist. I just want to be a hooker.
You just want to be the hooker?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I would probably be a better protagonist than CJ in San Andreas, simply because No. Listen, I'm saying this because in San Andreas, drive-bys suck because fucking the controls are shitty. At least I can actually aim while I'm on a vehicle. CJ cannot. I'm built different.
Yeah, but CJ can come back to life when he dies.
You know? Don't die. Listen, bro. I don't need it.
I don't need it.
No, I'm saying
I'm a sharp shooter.
I probably. Yeah, I don't know.
The Balos could never take me down.
I think Pokemon's probably my answer. I can't think of anywhere else that's safe enough.
Pokemon is the best answer. I'm just trying to come up with something different.
Sonic might be cool.
I mean,
you could be Sonic.
The Sonic universe is complicated.
It's complicated, but you don't really have to do much, right? Because like if you get replaced with Sonic, it's not like Eggman's gonna come after you, right?
Well,
like, she's gonna show up and be like, "Well, wait a second, you're not Sonic."
I mean,
you're like, "Yeah, I'm just here now. Sonic's in my world. We flipped." And he's just like, "Oh,
but
you have a Chaos Emerald?" Nah.
He just invades Earth.
Do you know where I can buy some weed? Yes, actually, I sell it. Because everybody knows, canonically, Eggman sells weed. That's canonically proven.
I mean, that makes sense.
It makes sense. He's always wearing sunglasses. Looks like he sells weed. He's got robots. How else does he fund his robotics? Yeah, my thought process is, if you have robots, you're a drug dealer. Because, like, how else could you afford them?
That's true.
That's goddamn facts.
How the fuck does Eggman get his money?
Drugs.
That's it's a realistic answer, but like
it's canonically proven. In Sonic X, Eggman sold me weed.
Who is funding this crazy fat guy's quest to kill a blue hedgehog and obtain some glowing rocks?
Me. The Chaos Emeralds are the Infinity Stones.
Why Supersonic would stomp Thanos. Not clickbait.
True.
Is Thanos capable of light speed travel? Supersonic is.
No. Is Thanos glowy and yellow? No. But why Super Shadow would stomp Supersonic?
Also, yes.
It's because he's cooler. That's my only reasoning. They're equally strong. In the game Shadow the Hedgehog, I spent over 164 hours in that game. So I know that Shadow the Hedgehog is the superior hedgehog.
Shadow uses a gun, and Sonic doesn't because he has a no-killing rule because he's a pussy. Shadow
uses a fucking gun.
Is you telling me he's fast? Fucking he can go.
He's like the Flash with a gun.
He's fast and can go Super Saiyan. So then he gets the ability to fly and travel even faster, and he could fucking teleport and shoot chaos, whatever's out of his hands. And he's got a gun. Shadow's literally unbeatable.
Imagine if Vegeta was cuter and had a gun.
He's got a Gallic gun.
He does.
That's true. Just imagine if Vegeta was a hedgehog. That's Shadow. I feel like that was the pitch. The guy who invented Shadow just read Dragon Ball Z, and he came in really excited one day, and he was like, you guys. This, but a hedgehog.
I mean, that does hold some weight, considering that like the creators of Sonic 06 admitted that Silver is supposed to be a very direct reference to Trunks.
Hell yeah, bro.
Understandable.
Silver the
Comes from the
Hedgehog's
future.
best hedgehog. Yeah.
He's got different
He's
abilities.
probably interested in men.
Hey,
What?
not future
That's not a
Trunks.
bad thing.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, future Trunks is straight.
No. What do you mean?
He's got it.
Future Trunks is definitely gay.
You watch Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's gay.
He's got Mai.
Yeah, she's transitioning to a guy.
Oh,
Okay.
Did you watch Dragon Ball Super?
Guess I missed an episode. I guess.
I
It
knew I
was
should
just
skip
really
those
quick
four
at the
episodes.
end of the Goku Black arc. They just really quick sneak it in there. They're like, also, I hope your transition goes well, Mai, and then they leave. It's really, really easy to gloss over. I see how you missed that. A lot of the translations didn't get it right, but luckily I speak fluent Japanese.
Well, we're about to hit an hour. Before we go, you should talk about the game show you were on.
Oh, yes. So this last week I was on a Twitch game show called the High Five Game Show, in which the participants get high and answer trivia questions. You definitely should go watch it. We'll leave their Twitch link in the description below, and you can go watch the VOD. I plan to make a hypercut of sorts and upload it to my channel, so that probably be up this following week. But it was a lot of fun, and it made me thinking that there should definitely be more game shows on Twitch. And so I think I'm gonna try to maybe possibly organize something under the GameNight name for a game show on Twitch. So look forward to that. That's all you get to know for now. But as Tanner said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up as we mark that hour marker. If you are new here, we would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. That really helps out and means a lot. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, because that also helps a lot. We forgot to plug it during, but you can go and use code GameNight on Rogue Energy to save 10% off. We're really appreciative to them for fueling the podcast as always. And we want you guys to go out and have a good day. But we're going to get on out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night and goodbye.
Deuces.